Hello, my name is Austin. I'm going to do a quick review of the Massey Ferguson 1740M hydrostatic machine. It has about 30 hours on it. We got it about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, and have been using it for snow removal mainly, and really loving the machine. In the next few videos I'll talk about why we decided on the Massey Ferguson, why we decided on the 1740M, and how it's been treating us, and the implements and jobs that we plan on doing with the machine in the future. This is the brand new model that we got from Fort Collins, Colorado, and had it delivered because our flatbed trailer is not big enough yet, so I'll have to be getting a new trailer in the next few months to a year, hopefully. We've had a huge snow year. My plow truck could not push the snow anymore, and we need a lot of driveway work done in the next few months once the snow melts, and so decided to get the 1740M and over a skid steer also. We've used skid steers, New Holland 180, Cat 226B I think it is, and I've been in aggregate mining in the ski industry, running equipment my entire work career, and as well as wrenching on equipment. My occupation is mining, and we use a Kubota on one of my jobs, tractor about the same size, and we use it for multiple different things in different departments. Use them for different things, although they are getting out of the tractor buggies into more of a side-by-side, diesel side-by-sides, and kind of migrating towards that direction. Anyways, 1740M, closed cab. This is not the deluxe cab, and I'll give you the full run around of the differences between the deluxe cab and the standard cab that we decided on getting. It's got the DL125 loader attachment on it. I believe the fuel capacity, I want to say it's around 12 gallons. Not quite sure. I haven't quite dialed the fuel capacity out. There's a tank on this side and a tank on the other side. I forget what the manual says the capacity is. When I dump 6 gallons into it with my can, it reads full, but then it seems to run out really fast. So I'm not sure if it's not breathing into the other tank when I fill it up. That's probably what's going on. And then once it starts breathing, the gauge reads low very quickly. But great fuel economy. This thing goes hours and hours on a few gallons of fuel, and very pleased about it. This machine does not have the DPF filter on it, but it does have the SCR catalyst. So in terms, it's pretty much the same. It's got the EGR. The SCR catalyst, I believe, uses diesel to burn off the soot, as opposed to the diesel exhaust fluid. Another thing I want to talk about with that is my house here is above 10,000 feet in Colorado, and so far I've had zero problems, zero regens, zero issues with the emission system or the motor. I did get the block heater put on as of delivery, and because I knew I was going to need it right away, and I was right. The smaller Shibaura 1.7 liter motor is a great motor so far. I'm loving it. It's got really good reviews, but being a new operator to a new piece of machinery, it also didn't like the cold start. I didn't have the implements rested all the way, and I learned it starts easier if the PTO's on the ground all the way and the bucket's resting all the way. The cold starts are a little bit easier. The glow plugs do not stay on as long as I wish they would, although they might be staying on in cycles longer than the relay is allowing it. So, sorry, I had to make sure the dog was still over there. I live off of the highway. So, anyways, yeah, Shibaura motor, running awesome so far at above 10,000 feet. Cold starts, they're good. It'll start. I had to crank it a few seconds, but it starts right up It hasn't gone below 0, I don't think, since I've got this machine, although we've had an extremely cold winter, extremely snowy. It started up no problems. If I know I'm going to use it, I plug it in a few hours or before I go to work, if I know I'm going to use it coming home after work. I'm keeping it greased extremely liberally, whatever the word is. So, you know, I just figure more grease is better than no grease. I'm in maintenance. We grease things a lot. Let's go over through the machine. So, up here you can see halogen overheads, extremely bright. They're no LEDs, but they are extremely bright. We have our hazard turn signals here. The clear lights, I'm not sure. I haven't played with the lights all that much. I've only run it one night when I was clearing road off the highway. The front headlights working extremely well. You can see a small little dent. I can barely see it, but you can actually see it better through the phone right now. Small dent, had a large piece of snow fall off the bucket on the hood, of course, the first couple hours of operation. But it's a brand new piece of equipment, and you always do something the first few hours. That's the only flaw that the machine has had so far, and it's my fault. I'm going to take the hood off, pop it out this summer. It's a paintless repair, I guess. We went with the Woods SB74C snowblower on the back. I do have a video on my YouTube channel of this in use, just a quick demo for my father who came over. I had to show him, so I was just moving a pile of snow real quick. This is working great. We got 7 feet of snow in 7 days, and that's when I decided to need a tractor. So I haven't put it to its full potential use yet, but in the future it will. Got the reflective triangle, windshield wiper, windshield washer, sprayer fluid, windshield washer, reservoir box. The snowblower is chain driven off the PTO. Got the, I guess they're not pillow blocks, but the bearings on each side. I keep them greased up. It's got a shear bolt under here, which works great. It's just a little bolt. I keep extras in here, and I only sheared one bolt. I was backing up and hit a piece of stump that I had cut up, or piece of wood, and it sheared it right away, and so it did its job. Sorry for the shaky video. Hydraulic chute travel. I have to adjust the throw manually. I am going to throw some rubber grommets or something in there to keep it from vibrating so bad, but it works great. Hazard lights, overheads, rear, tail running lights. I thought it had brake lights but I don't know if it does. So I'm still learning the light system. I'm not driving it on the road really, but I do live off the highway, so I got to move that highway snow off to get into my driveway. Here's how the motor is mounted. Right off the frame, no motor mount, so to say. Extremely smooth and quiet inside the cab still. I chose the Massey for a lot of reasons here. Oil filter, easy access. Fuel filter, easy access. Oil fill, easy access. Motor, it just looks good. Everything's right here. Also, you don't have to take the whole hood off or anything to get under here. There's just a quick release pin here. It might be frozen up. Oh, she's frozen. We've had a major melt off the past few days. Well, my camera is about to stop recording, I believe it says, so I'll go on to the next video and we'll go into the cab. I'll open up the hood up for the next video. See you guys in a few minutes. Thank you. Alright, here we go again. Hopefully the camera starts working better. By the way, I'm using the Cat S60 phone for all these recordings. Great phone. It's got the infrared camera. See if block heater and stuff like that is working. But Cat S60 phone. Great phone. Excellent Android, except the video is nothing like an iPhone. So stick with me here. So where were we? I think we were talking about the hood, opening the hood. There's a pin. It's easy access. Right under here, you just pull it, and the hood pops right open. Extremely easy access of the light bulbs, the lights, the battery is the first thing, the coolant reservoir, and everything is accessible without taking off the brush guard and bumper or side panels of the motor. It opens right up. Smaller motor, so yeah, you can get to everything, and it's a very compact design. You can tell the tractor is not too big, or it doesn't look too big, but definitely not too small for what I'm using it for. Open up the hood. First thing we have, like I said, is the battery. Got the air filter, and it looks like some kind of computer module. Protected right here. Protected really well. Better than my RAM. Then we have the dust screens for the radiator. Looks like we have a hydraulic cooler, a radiator, probably the air conditioner. I don't think it has an intercooler. Pretty sure it doesn't. I don't think so, but still learning the machine. 30 hours and it's been cold and snowy, so I haven't spent a whole lot of time out here. Get you an up close shot of this. So these dust screens are extremely easy to pull out. You just pull. They unsnap and come out. You can clean them and stick them back in. For my uses, I doubt I'll really use that much, but maybe in the summertime we've got a lot of landscaping to do. There's that cute little turbo there. It's got a wastegate on it. This tractor has not bogged down at all, surprisingly. I was really surprised what 40 horsepower can do, and I was a little bit skeptical of the 40 horsepower, but I know it's a diesel. Again, hood opens up, easy access to the fuel lines, and if you need to crack them open, it's a common rail diesel. Easy access to the belt. I could change that easy if I had to. Here's our SCR system, or whatever you call it, EGR crap, recirculation into the motor. And the tractor does smoke a little bit when you first start it up. Black smoke. If you rev it up real quick, it still gives a little poof of black smoke. I'm all good with that, but it's really quiet. No issues, no known regions, so to say. Seems to be running really cool. I'm using a molybdenum grease, a moly grease, and maybe in some of the other videos, maybe you can put two and two together why I use moly. And I'll also probably be running the liquid moly, I think it's German oil, once I do my first 50-hour service interval. So that's the tractor. It is 18 feet long. It's 18 feet 2 inches long from bucket tip to snowblower rear. And it might actually be a couple inches longer because you got the, what do you call it, auger or whatever, sticks out about an inch or so further. Doors open on both sides of the tractor, which is great. I have used it once or twice, but for the most part, it's not that easy to get in and out because of your loader handle. But if you're against a snow pile, something happens, you can get out this side. I believe the wife has crawled in this side when she was helping me fix something. The PTO, see, it's a little loose. I need to tighten it back up. I had a little nut on the cable fall off like the first few hours. I had the nut. It was actually the same nut as the shear bolt pin was using. Stuck a nut on there, put the attachment back on, and it fixed it. So it's not even worth like reporting an issue. It's just a minor thing that brand new machine, something happens. Besides that, it's been absolutely flawless. So one big reason, we'll just start, one of many reasons why we decided on the Massey Ferguson of opposed to another brand. Lesser of cost. Well, you come under here, look how clean. Do you see any linkages, wires? There's the hydrostatic forward and reverse switch. That's it. That's the only really exposed linkages. It's not even really a linkage. Go look under some of those other tractors. Go look under those other tractors when you're looking at purchasing one, or if you're just at a dealer for something, go look under some of those tractors and compare them to a Massey or a Kubota. I'm a big Kubota fan. Why we decided on red over orange. One big reason, I like the way it looks. Most of my research was all online. I haven't run many tractors. A couple at the mine, not for any reasons like so. And I'm not a farmer. I'm a heavy equipment operator, snow removal, snowcat. My snowcat experiences before graduated high school, and been in winch cats, snowcats, piston bully, bombardier, mini front loaders, cat 982s, the biggest loader I was loading trucks with and feeding the jaw crusher. Tons of heavy equipment experience. D9 operator, run a D10 in the snow only, but a D9 aggregate operator until I went back underground. But I kind of know what I'm looking for when I was looking at equipment. The first thing was really, I saw a couple videos, even without going to a Coyote dealer, saw a couple videos of the Massey and the Coyote of them looking underneath trying to sell a Coyote, and nothing against that machine. Okay, nothing. The implements, it was implements you can get included or whatever. It was very tempting to go with a Coyote, and that's what I thought I was going to go with. We went with the Massey. It's clean underneath. I like the name. I wanted something that I'm going to have for a long time, hopefully. I don't have the keys, they're inside. There'll be plenty of other videos. You have the tilt steering wheel, left and right brake, forward, reverse, hydrostatic, your emergency brake orange release here, releases the brake, throttle, PTO, you got the slow start, which is pretty awesome, especially for snowblower, and I'm sure people using them in other applications have it start up nice and slow. Turtle mode or snail mode, turtle mode, bunny mode. I really like these adjustments. This is like a hydrostatic snowcat system. You can adjust your max speed to the RPMs and your responsiveness to the pedals. 4-wheel drive, push down, 2-wheel drive, pull up. PTO, neutral, 540. 540 at about 2,400 RPMs. I don't like the stickers and all that, but I don't like the arrows and stuff. It's got a float mode. Got your PTO. This is how I adjust my chute back and forth. Controls for rear lights, front lights, windshield wiper, front windshield wiper, red cab light, air control. Oh, didn't get the deluxe cab, but I've got the speakers, and it's wired in to get a deck. I just have not had the time. I did go to Walmart. Really sucks when you keep videoing for about 10 minutes and look at your phone and It's not recording, but I looked at the last video and I left off with the deck. I'll be going to Walmart to get a deck. I pulled this plate. I read online that you need a smaller special deck to fit in this compartment. I opened this thing up. It's ready for a full-size deck to slide right in. I'll be updating on that. There's so much more room in here than any other truck that I've ever put a radio in. So maybe the past models you need a small special deck. But for the most part, I just need to find the right connectors. It's all wired up. It's got the antenna wire ready to go. Some plans for the tractor. I want to get some really nice LED amber flashers on it. At least one bright freaking flasher on top of the cab. So I live right off Highway 9 here. So that's the tractor. I do plan on getting a backhoe attachment one day for it. Probably not this summer, since we just purchased this. Probably a box blade maybe this summer, but I think I'm gonna be able to do most of the work with the bucket and blade. We've got a little bit of gravel driveway, but not really. This is just leftover gravel from a French drain that we left out last fall to do over here. So this tractor weighs, I believe, under 5,000 pounds. So I'm gonna be buying an 18-foot, maybe 20-foot car hauler trailer. Come on, camera, focus. To tow with my Cummins over there. And so I can take it over to my dad's property over in Silverthorne, Colorado, and also be doing some work to his driveway, some snow removal if needed in the future, and we'll just see. But one day, once my house is all followed up, maybe I might be doing another French drain on this side of the house. We got one on this side. Do a French drain this way, goes down to the river behind the house, down the valley. Our well's over under here. My old propane tank is under here. I've got snow piled back 30 feet this high back over here. We've had so much snow. I hope that doesn't fall on me. This thing had so much more snow on it. It's been 50 degrees the past few days. It's really melted quick. But we're going to be using this tractor for residential use mainly. If I got laid off, I'm going to make money with the tractor. I'm going to do some gravel driveways. I'm going to do some property maintenance, mainly snow removal in the winter time. I've got an old 7.3 with a Snow Dog V plow. It's parked back over there. But the driveway is a mud pit. It's sloped. It's mud holes. And this is just starting to melt. I live right off Highway 9. Those plow trucks push all the snow right along here. When we got 7 feet in 7 days, I literally could not get this truck in my driveway in four-wheel drive. I got stuck right in the entrance of my driveway. My Ford, my 7.3 plow truck, I broke the front axle shaft, the U-joint. It's a whole mess of turd. It's done. I've got chains for the rear. I made do. I got my driveway cleared, plowed. And I said that truck cannot do where I live now. We're getting a tractor. So it's got the snowblower, and we have so much landscaping to do. We gotta have that. So I'm gonna start with a good, probably, what do you call it? Structural fill, or crusher fines first load in the next month or two. Once all the snow starts melting more, start leveling my driveway. I'd like to put a drainage in over here, maybe another couple drainages, at least with, what do you call it? A little rut, I can't think of the right words, with bigger rock in it, and then put gravel on it, at least a place to do something. I might use some cement and make some drainages, or some pipe, but I haven't decided yet. Structural fill, level my freaking driveway, start working on the entrance of the house. We put a French drain in here. I've sanded, replaced all the windows. This sidewalk is sloped down into my front door. Might pull all this cement out. Might excavate or dig out everything down to grade to my house. I already raised the house up about 4 inches underneath and fix the structural issues with the house. So I might lower the entrance down now, and then we're going to build an eave or a what do you call it, an entrance come out, so this is all under covered going into the house, and change the front of the house look. Yeah, flat roof at 10,000 feet. That ladder stays busy with me shoveling the roof off. Back to the tractor. The manual calls to run this machine full throttle for the first 50 hours. Wide open. Okay, that's hard for me to do. I understand why, and I have done it at times. But as long as you're not, running it at idle, stepping on the hydrostatic so it revs itself up and just ram, 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 that's a lot more load on the motor than just having her wide open. So you want to break that motor in at a consistent higher RPM so that it's not fluctuating constantly, wearing that motor funny. So I have been running it wide open, if not about 2,200 RPMs, and just keeping that RPM steady, running her easy. You got to run these pretty hot sometimes for the catalyst, filter, whatever, SCR catalyst. Probably calling it wrong, but that's all it is. And so yeah, battery, yay. So the oil filter on this thing, it's on the other side. Oil filter, I'm coming up on my 50-hour service, so I want to start getting the stuff. My Massey Ferguson dealer is 3-4 hours away. They say, people said online, I can only find an oil filter from Massey Ferguson, and it was like $40. I was like, whoa. I'll cross-reference that and find an oil filter. Well, I couldn't. But I did find an oil filter, cross-referenced it from a parts list I found in Japanese for the Shibaura motor, transferred the Japanese symbol into a number, transferred that oil filter number into a Napa number. So once my 5-year warranty is up or something, I'll probably just buy the filters from Napa. But the first couple oil changes, I'm going to be using a Massey Ferguson filter, which I did find online from Agco or whatever it is. So I've got a couple of those on order for the 50-hour service, just to keep it good, warranty good, and all that good stuff. Motor's running smooth. Keeping her really greased up, because that's what I do. I do want to clean it up once it comes warmer. It had this weird load level bar here with like a yellow tab and a rubber piece that held. I think it's for the operator, so you could tell when the bucket's level. I took that shit off. You don't need that. So, looks better without it. You don't need that. So our Kubota dealer, local Kubota dealer, they know where I live, and they said, no, you don't want to buy a Kubota because it won't run at that altitude. I call bullshit. I wanted a Kubota. Neighbor's got a Kubota. I've talked to him. He came over. He's got a 60 horsepower Kubota. He said, no, there's no problems. That's weird. So, I don't know. I wanted a Kubota. That's not the reason why I didn't buy a Kubota. The main reason I went with Massey Ferguson, I got referred by a good friend at work, and he had just bought a Massey Ferguson. He referred me to an equipment dealer in Fort Collins, Colorado, and said, these guys are great. I'm loving my tractor. I started doing more research on the Massey. I said, that's the one. I want that 1740. They had it in stock. They had the snowblower in stock. We called them up. We bought the tractor. They delivered it the next day. So, yeah. Phone's running out of memory. This is hopefully a little bit of a helpful video. We'll get some more video of her operating, especially when we get into graveling the driveway or get another big snow. I've got 10 seconds to record. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. My name is Austin. There'll be many more videos about this tractor in the future. Have a good day. Thank